Imagine you are standing alone in the middle of a desert at night. There is complete silence around you. Above you, the sky is filled with countless stars. Not hundreds, not thousands, but trillions. Each one of those tiny points of light could have planets orbiting it. Some of those planets could have oceans, atmospheres, and maybe even life. Now think about something strange. The universe is almost 14 billion years old, and humanity has only existed for a tiny fraction of that time. If intelligent life could appear here on Earth, then statistically, it should have appeared elsewhere too, maybe millions of years before us. And yet when we look into space, we hear nothing. No signals, no messages, no signs of alien civilizations, just silence. This mystery is known as the Fermi Paradox, and it raises one of the most disturbing questions in science. Are we alone, or is something stopping life from spreading across the universe? To understand this, we need to understand just how large the universe really is. The Milky Way galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars, and most of those stars likely have planets around them. Many of those planets could be similar to Earth. In fact, there may be billions of potentially habitable worlds just in our galaxy. And the Milky Way is only one galaxy. There are likely over 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The numbers are so large that the human mind cannot truly comprehend them. So even if intelligent life is extremely rare, the scale of the universe suggests it should still exist somewhere. And if even one civilization developed space travel a few million years before us, it could already have spread across the galaxy many times over. Not in billions of years, but in just a few million. In cosmic terms, that is extremely fast. So logically, we should expect to see evidence. Massive structures around stars, alien probes, radio signals, or even direct contact. But we see none of that. Only silence. This silence is what led physicist Enrico Fermi to ask a simple question in 1950. Where is everybody? That question changed everything. One possible explanation is that intelligent life is extremely rare. Life on Earth appeared relatively early, but complex intelligence took billions of years to evolve. For most of Earth's history, there were no humans, no civilizations, only simple life forms. Maybe the step from simple life to intelligent life is incredibly unlikely. Or maybe most planets never stay stable long enough for complex life to develop at all. When you think about it, everything had to go perfectly for us to exist. A stable star, liquid water, a protective atmosphere, a magnetic field, and long periods without catastrophic events. Even a single asteroid impact at the wrong time could have wiped out early life completely. So it's possible that simple life is common in the universe, but intelligent life is extremely rare. And if that's true, we may be far more special than we realize, or completely alone. But there is another, darker explanation. It is called the Great Filter. The idea is simple but terrifying. Somewhere between the beginning of life and the rise of advanced civilizations, there is a barrier. A stage that almost no species manages to pass. Maybe most life destroys itself before becoming advanced. Or maybe civilizations develop technology faster than they develop wisdom. Look at humanity. In just a few hundred years, we created nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, and the ability to damage our entire planet. This creates a dangerous imbalance. Power increases faster than control. So perhaps every civilization eventually reaches a point where it destroys itself. Through war, environmental collapse, uncontrolled technology, or something we haven't even discovered yet. The terrifying part is this: we don't know where the filter is. It could be behind us, meaning we are already rare survivors. Or it could be ahead of us, meaning every advanced civilization eventually fails. And if that is true, the universe may be filled with the remains of extinct civilizations, all gone long before we ever existed. Another idea is called the zoo hypothesis. It suggests that advanced civilizations might already know we exist, but intentionally avoid contact. Imagine humans observing animals in a protected reserve. We watch them, study them, but do not interfere. Maybe Earth is being observed in the same way. Perhaps we are considered too young, too unstable, or too dangerous for contact. So we are left alone until we reach a certain level of development. It sounds strange, but in a universe this large, it is not impossible. There is also a more unsettling possibility. What if advanced civilizations do not expand outward at all? Maybe as intelligence evolves, it stops exploring space. Instead, it turns inward, into digital worlds, into virtual realities, into completely different forms of existence. Maybe civilizations eventually stop broadcasting signals, stop building megastructures, and simply fade into silence. Not because they died, but because they changed. And if that is true, then life might still exist across the universe, just in forms we cannot detect or understand. So what does all of this mean? The Fermi Paradox is not just about aliens. It is about us. It forces us to ask what happens to intelligent life in the long run. Do civilizations survive and grow? Do they destroy themselves? Or do they simply disappear into forms we can no longer see? Somewhere out there, there may be planets that once had civilizations just like ours. Cities, technology, dreams, and now only silence remains. And maybe that silence is not empty at all. Maybe it is full of answers we are not yet able to understand. Because if the universe is silent, then humanity should listen very carefully.